They had to give us 3 months off. But this guy who was the wise guy, the pt2, who took us to hiding, he wanted to go.
Because he wanted to fight Germans?
Huh?
Because he wanted to fight the Germans?
He wanted to go, yeah. It was not Germans there was Hungarians.
Okay.
But
Eventually.
the Germans were far away from there. He wanted to go, and we were not going to say no. We went. There was a guy also from Chaim, he lived here, and he passed away. He was also with us together. We went with him, and we went with him till Gust. It came in the afternoon. They with the Russian army, they told us, lay down. Lay down on the field. It was October. It's already winter, almost getting chilly. We lay down all of us on the field, and we going. I fall asleep, I think, maybe for half an hour. I woke up because we were spread. We were not allowed to stay one next to each other. We were spread like 10 meters each, one from each other. Because they're shooting at you. They shouldn't kill
everybody together.
Everybody together. In the morning, it was 4 o'clock. All of a sudden, they start screaming, "Hurrah, Period! Hurrah, Period!" Start going. All of a sudden, they're screaming, "Командир партизанского отряда ранен!" What was it? It was screaming that the guy who was our pt2 got hurt. What he did, he saw that something is not going to come good. And the way he went, he had a machine gun.
He shot himself in the hand.
Shot himself in the hand. Shot himself in the hand. They took him away. They let him go. He went home. We remained. We remained but 6, 7 guys. I was one of them.
Mechel, Avron?
No. Mechel didn't go right away. Mechel remained with the kids, and when we were liberated, that day they were liberated, Mechel remained with the kids at home. I went, Mendel Hoffman and Burg, with Jacob Leib, and another couple guys, with Schutzen, with this Kuchnier, and their mother was, I'm telling you, and there was another guy from another town. We were going. We were going till Uzhgorod. Uzhgorod is in the Carpathia, the main, like Yerushalayim.
Okay.
We were going with them. We came then, and there we said, Ad Kan Shabbos Agul, we're not going further. He says, we are entitled, you should send us, you should give us our 3 months vacation. We were fighting we were all the time in the woods. We left our families home. You're not going. If they would want you, they could have just shoot you, but they understood, they let us go. where you going? It's no train, nowhere to go. Have to wait. The bridges were thrown down. You cannot go. It took us a week. Took half a day by train to come regular. It took us a week to come back from there till we got home.
You walked?
No. They gave us here a little bit, here a truck, there a wagon. Till we came home, they were waiting for us with flags. We got home. I came home and it was Czech army came in with Russia who were liberated. It was Swoboda, an army from Swoboda. Swoboda was the general. He came with the Czech army to home to Czechoslovakia, because it is supposed to be Czechoslovakia. We were liberated because it had to be again Czechoslovakia. Came home. All of a sudden they started, you have to go to the army. You have to go to the army. I said, what do you want me? Leave me alone. I said, I saw it's no good. And the Czech army came and I spoke to the guys. He says, don't go any place because wherever you're going to go, you're going to get killed. Right? He's a friend, a neighbor. He was with us. He went to the army, to Czech army. He went in the first week. In Slovakia, he got killed. All right, I'm going. Going to the army. Go to the Czech army. They wanted me to go to the Russian army. I said, no, I'm not going to the Russian army. I said, the Czech army is here in Tej. I said, I'm going to the Czech army. Went to the Czech army. There was a priest who he was the lieutenant from the place where we were staying in the army. He knew him, and he was a big anti-Semite. But he didn't go to the Russian, because he was before also in the Czech army. He registered because he knew that the Jews was going to come home, they're going to make him trouble. He made himself the Czech army. I went, it was in Tej. All of a sudden, he calls me. He says, Pane Stern, you have to go to Homene na course. I said, what kind of monkey business is this? Why should I go to Homene na course? I said, because you're young, you don't know you have to go to Homene. Homene is in Slovakia. You have to go for a course.
Is the priest or the lieutenant?
The lieutenant, the priest. He was over us. I saw it, I'm trouble. It was Friday. I went over to him. I said, Panikada. He says, you know that I'm the father. I have 6 children at home. 7. 6. He says, you have to let me go home to tell him that you want me to go to home and I'll go, but you have to give me permission. I should go home and tell him where I'm going. He says, it's a law, I'm not allowed to give you more than 24 hours. I says, I cannot do it in 24 hours. You have to give me 40 hours. You can't do it. I says to him, I know who you are. I says, don't give me that monkey business. I says, give me two 24 hours. He thought, he didn't want to start with me. He gave me 24 hours. It was Friday. I took my feet. It was a stage. I went till the rest of my foot. The rest of I took it and I came home. Came home, I said to the children, said this and this is the story. I have to go. You should know, you shouldn't look for me. I went Sunday morning to Slotvena. I went over to Romania and I said goodbye. And I wind up in Bucharest.
What month was that?
It was December 44. I wind up in Bucharest. And I was in Bucharest, and then Yankel, mit Leitchen, Mechel and Itzek, mit Avrom, Cyril, they left also our town, and they went away to Romania, to Groesverdayen, the division Rebbe is.
Why'd they go there?
They went away from, because it was not safe to stay there. They went away to Groesverdayen. And I find out when the guys came in, I was in Bucharest. I don't remember how I find out that they are in Groesverdayen, but at this right, I don't remember exactly. Maybe it was later already, January, February, when they came. But I found out they came to Romania, to Groesverdayen. Then May 45 was they liberated. The Russians came in. No, the Russians came in October 44. But in May,
The war was over.
the war was over. The war was over, and they find out the Zeidi came home. I don't
He went home to Dibova and he ended up, or?
I don't remember if he came home to Dibova or he came straight to Groesverdayen. I don't remember.
And
that.
he was in Auschwitz the entire year?
He was in Auschwitz the entire time. From May till May. He was, and Herschel, Shlomo de Reuter was there, Paisas, and they were all together. And then most of the time I was in Bucharest. I had partisan papers.